Mr. Longfellow! Art class, Mr. Longfellow! Art class, art class! It's time for art class with Mr. Longfellow.
Hey there, Jamestown Lions. We've got some new supplies coming out soon, and I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about one of the items in your supply bag that I'm really excited about. One thing that you might want to try out maybe for our next seesaw activity are these watercolor crayons. A little set of crayons, but if you add water, they turn into watercolors. Let's try them out. You're gonna need to grab a paintbrush and some water for this. Alright, these little watercolor crayons are pretty cool. Let's explore how they go. So, they're really just as easy as drawing with anything else. Marker, crayon. Let's do a quick little example here. If I drew this circle shape, I'm gonna want probably a brush to go with it. And you just get your brush a little bit wet. You don't wanna use too much water. You could even wipe it off a little bit, because you can always come back and add more water if you want it more, but it's hard to take the water away. And then as you touch your line with the water, it picks it up. It colors around. You can make some nice shading here, sneaking that in. Or if you were drawing something, let's draw a little blue plant here, and you colored it in, you can color kind of softly, even if you get kind of scratchy. You can color dark on the shadowy part. Then you can come back in with your paintbrush. Just a little bit of water. Don't want to pour water all over the place. And it makes a watercolor effect here. Be very gentle with it. You can always go back and do more. It's hard to take watercolor away. You could even try blending colors together. So if you have reds, oranges, just like coloring, you can color thick, you can color thin, and then come back in with the water. You can smooth them together here. Depends on how much you want overlapping and blending together. It's kind of turning orange. Maybe if I want more yellow, I can come back in and draw into my wet part, and now my crayon's gonna feel a lot more like a pastel or a marker. So that's kind of fun. And they're pretty good for drawing little creatures and coloring them in. So let's try drawing maybe a little hedgehog. I'm gonna make my little spiky little hedgehog guy. It's gonna be his back. Give him a little face, little hands, little belly. Very simple little drawing. I don't know, you draw however you want. I'll get the details later. Right now, I'm just thinking about coloring all these parts, so let's see how it goes. I start adding water, you can just color the whole thing in. Just pulling from those lines that I drew. And if I rub some water in here, picks it up from that brown, start making a little hedgehog. So it's gonna take some experimenting to really get the hang of these. And then I can come back in. Maybe he's sleeping. So, try experimenting. These are yours to use. See what you can do. Be gentle with them. Ease into it with water. It can be pretty fun. Maybe you want to use it on our next seesaw activity.